got me thinking and definitely got my attention to listen to you. The talk was good. The fact that you make me think and I reflect on myself and see what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, and I find areas that your personality, your way of talking, it's very open and people friendly.
The way that Rudolf has spoken is actually goes right to the point of what we are in our business. It goes to the core, what we do, how do we define ourselves, and what we want to, what sort of value we want to add. And I feel that the gist of his business, his way of speaking, he produced what we wanted to hear, and also opened up a couple of things where we didn't know how to bring things together. It was very specific, it's very to the core of what we do, what we wanted to learn. He spoke to the key issues in our business, basically marketing, operational, all those things. It's also getting into what sort of value we can approach. It speaks to what we need to hear, and also there's a lot of wisdom and everything, and it's just touching the tip of the iceberg. I think there's much more here to go with Rudolf and find out more about what he's experienced and how he can add value and add wisdom to your company.
It was good, it was clear, it was very practical. A good reminder for me was the why of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So very practical to implement in the business, and I will definitely say if you do implement this, it will increase number costing, valuable, and very, like I said, practical. And very good reminders, and I know that the things you spoke about is definitely things that entrepreneurs get wrong. So I will recommend you, and the reason why is you are real, you're a good guy, I can see that, and I can just say you're present. You're present in the moment.
I want to take you through a little bit of an exercise here. I don't know, all of you are familiar with the power of association. That is something that is very potent in one's life. Just quickly, a couple of years ago, few couple of years ago, I was wondering, why am I not making progress? Why am I not going forward? And if I say going forward financially, why am I not making progress? Why can't I buy that home I want, or that vehicle I want, or that BMW I want? And then I realized that my association was wrong. Basically, I was looking at my 5 closest friends that was associated with me. And I look at the income. And this was the income. 10,000, 15, 12, 15, 18,000. Total of 70,000 per month between the 5 of them. There was my problem. If I divided that by 5, it gave me an average of 14,000 rand. It was exactly what I earned. No wonder you can get anywhere. Because that's the people that interact with you all the time. Those are the people that influences you. You're on their level. You think on their level. There's absolutely no way that you can make progress unless you expose yourself to somebody that's on a higher level. That's just as a little bit of introduction. So the power of association is actually very, very powerful. If applied properly, you can do very well with it. Today, I just want to share with you 4 things I think, in my opinion, why entrepreneurs, small, medium business owners do wrong. The things that they do wrong, sometimes they default on, because that's what they know. And at the end of the day, things don't work, and they don't understand why. Now, some of you here are the owner, or a shareholder, or a partner, or you work for a company. Regardless of what you do or who you are, you still are a business unit on your own. Whether you earn a salary, whether you own the company, you are a business unit within yourself. So you need to be honest and justify to yourself why you do what you do. The gentleman said, you are on your own. It's you. The money you earn makes what you are and how you interact with people. So the first thing I think that people or entrepreneurs, small, medium business owners, mistakes that they make is that we all heard our elevator speeches this morning. I mean, everybody had an opportunity to say what they do, and I think you gave like a minute or 2 minutes, but normally you get like 30 seconds. Now, if I have to ask you, what do you do? Comes out like that. You also throw in a couple of quotes in there also. Some people are so good at the elevator pitch, that they throw in a couple of quotes. The question is, if I ask you, why are you doing what you're doing? Will you still be able to answer that in 30 seconds? The answer is no. You'll sit back and you'll think, sure. Am I doing this because my original thought 10 years, 20, 30 years ago? Am I still on the right track? Or can I explain to somebody why I'm doing this? Or am I actually happy when I'm doing it? So the first mistake small business owners or entrepreneurs make is that the fact that they are so caught up in what they do, they forgot why they do it. When you start, you write a business plan, the first thing you need to do is you need to write the vision and the mission statement. Now, by show of hands, how many of your businesses has got vision and mission statements? Can anybody tell me what it is? Like off heart. Don't you want to? Okay.
I will.
But the bottom line is, very little people add value to that. They know it exists, they know it's there, but that's why you are here. The vision and the mission statement is why you are here. So people don't buy from you because of your offering. I said to a lady earlier this morning, you're in an industry and there's like 5,000 other people in the same industry. Why should they come to you? A car is a car, am I right? If I buy a vehicle, I get, and that's what makes me crazy. I go to any dealership and the people say, times are tough, cars don't sell. And there's a reason why it's not selling. I walk in at Mercedes-Benz, the guy tells me, this is a 2.5 litre turbo diesel, blah, 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 leather seats, blah, blah, and they give me a spiel this long. I go to BMW, they must probably do the same thing. Same spec, just a different badge, in my opinion. I go to Nissan, they do the same thing. I don't want to buy a vehicle for the spec, I know the spec. I want to buy the vehicle to experience the vehicle. So the first person that tells me, yeah, if you're driving this vehicle, you know how the girls will look at you after all. Do you know if you rock up at a meeting with this vehicle what people will think even before you open your mouth? Can you just imagine that? That is why I buy. And if you know why you do it, and you carry it over to people why you do it, then they will buy into why you are doing it. They don't buy your products. There's 10 other people that sell the same thing. Sell it because why you are selling. That's the first mistake that entrepreneurs make, is they try and sell a product. Products don't sell. It's why you're selling the product that sells. The second thing is your core business offering. The lady there at the back had a very nice app, that cell phone thingy. I think it's amazing. I'll have to talk to you afterwards. But I own a gig rig. Now for you, those of you who are not familiar with a gig rig, it is a truck that can open up to a stage, a concert stage. It works with hydraulics. It's worth about 2 million rand, and it can go any place. You pick up the phone, you book it. It's got a 2.1 meter stage by 10 meter that opens hydraulically. It's got a generator that can operate under any circumstances. It has got concert sound to the value of 300,000 rand, and it's got a big screen of 3 meter by 2 meter, which you can advertise on, and you can while you sing, while you talk, people can see you from the nosebleed seats at the back. What industry am I in? Entertainment. All right, it's entertainment. Now, if I go out and I sell that, how far do you think I'll get? Based on the entertainment factor, I won't get anywhere. People are not interested in entertainment. Because there's many companies out there that sell entertainment. There's sound companies, there's stage companies. You can rent this individually. What do I sell? I sell marketing and sales. So I go into corporate boardrooms and I present this to a company. And I say, you know what, man? How much do you pay for an ad on TV? Between 80,000 rand and 350,000 rand for 30 seconds. That's what it's going to cost you. Do you have any guarantee that your target market will even see that ad? Can they guarantee it to you? No. They might be asleep. They might be at school. You don't know. I guarantee you, with my product, I can take you directly to the end consumer, the person that you want to use this product. I can open my stage. They can advertise only your stuff. You can sample from there, and you can give them an experience which they will never forget. An experience. You can touch their lives. They will never forget your brand. Am I now selling entertainment? It's a vehicle. I'm selling a vehicle, but I'm actually selling marketing and sales. I am aiming for the biggest share of the marketing budget that they have available. That's what I'm aiming at. And that's a common mistake people make. They aim at the wrong thing. They call business. They forget what their core business is, and they're aiming at the wrong thing. Hence, when they present it, it boomerangs, and then they don't understand there's no business out there, guys. You know, it was a good concept up here, but there's no business out there. In actual fact, there is. You sell it properly. The third thing is that I think that most owners of businesses forget what their business is. If you're an owner of a business, or a senior manager, or senior partner in a business, they forget what their business is. If you're the owner of a business, at any point, in any given time, you must be able to have operational hat on, sales and marketing, and a strategic thinking hat at any point in time. 9 o'clock in the morning, operations. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, strategic thinking. You don't have a choice. You're like this. The question is, are you equipped? Can you handle it? There's a lot of consultants here today that specializes in that. That's purely the fact why they do it is because there's a need for it. You cannot have a small to medium company business and balance those hats unless you develop yourself, understand the need, that you can actually diversify yourself and say, you know, if something comes to me during the day, I have the ability to chop and change my hat at any point in time. It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Something comes across your way in the morning, it upsets you, and you neglect a marketing portion of that day, it costs you millions in potential income. So the third thing that people, or small businesses, medium business entrepreneurs make is the fact that they do not have the capability to adjust between those three hats. Very, very important. Very important. Even if you work for a company, you will sell something, a service or product at one point, and at the next point, you will just consult on something. Can you do it? And I would strongly suggest that you educate yourself in that level, that you'll be able to jump between those hats without a blink. Okay. The fourth and the last thing is that what value do you put as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, or as an employee of a business on analysis? That's the most common thing that small businesses does, is they don't do analysis. Whenever I speak to anybody, a shop owner, a small, medium business owner, they don't know whether they're growing or not. You ask them, are you growing? No, turnover's up. Turnover's up. What does that mean? Nothing. The fact that turnover is up versus last month means nothing. The first mistake people make is they don't measure month on month. You shouldn't measure month on month. You should measure the same period versus prior year. So January 2010 versus January 2009. To understand, have I made progress in the same period versus the prior year? And what changed? My turnover went up, but I actually introduced 10 new services, 15 new SKUs. Obviously your turnover will go up. The question is, what is the behavior within your business? What is the behavior? Have you introduced a new product? And this is selling like hotcakes, but it's cannibalizing two other ones in your stable. What's the point? What's the purpose? So the analysis within your business is very, very important. How often do you need to look at your analysis? Some people look at it once a year. Some people look at it once a quarter. Some people once a month. Some people once a week. Daily. The answer is daily. You have to look at your analysis and understand where you're going, what's happening daily. and base your business growth on the fact that you want to grow in numbers, not in turnover. So if you sold 5 units during last year, you need to sell at least 7 this year. Regardless of what the selling price went up with, etc., it lies within the unit. The same with services. If you serviced 5 clients last year, you need to service 7, regardless of what they buy or how much they spend. It lies within a number, because that is where your growth, your marketing, your exposure lies. Most people wait for business to come to them. You cannot do that. You need to go find the business. And you need to sell the business in such a way that makes them think twice before they leave that elevator. Say, whoa, before I exit this elevator, can I have your business card? Because I've never thought about this, but I think I like it. That's when you convert business, cold business, into actual business. So those are the 4 things, sorry. Why are you in business? Number 1, not what you do. Why are you in it? Because people buy into why you're doing it. The second thing is, what is your core business offering and how do you carry it over? How do you present it to people? As the owner of the business, what is your business? Are you keeping yourself busy with what you're supposed to keep yourself busy? Are you jumping? Can you easily jump between the hats? Do you have the capability to do that? And the 4th thing is, what value do you put into your business analysis? And if you get those 4 things right, I'm very confident that you will succeed and you will grow more aggressive than what market trends show. If market trends show negative, it's got nothing to do with you. Follow these rules and you will definitely exceed. Thank you very much, Sylvia, for your time, for your effort, and thank you very much for listening.